squeezing that rapid fire, clear the whole projects. I ain't gonna be beefing or eyeing you. Silently, I move valiantly, me ain't no reliable scene. I've been chasing and lacing tough guys for days, finding ways to erase them and place them in a grave. If it happen, it's false cabin. I'm in the mix and I'd rather be judged by 12 than laid by 6. My God, on the front line, still standing. Mr. Billy Dan's and I'm working with a mini cannon. Holding it down, it's a drama lord. So you riff, you'll be lifting like stiff as a f***ing board. Fire is flawed. It's on the run, get props from top. Now the ill bill, stick to it.
Is it real? What's the day's mathematics? What's the word? Is it real? What's the day's knowledge itself? Yo, what up? Is it real? What's the day's mathematics? What's the word? Is it real? What's the day's knowledge itself?
Now turn the mics up. Turn that mic up. Yeah, the beat is knocking. Need that mic up though. Turn that. What? Turn it up louder. Yeah. Who shot you? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on again. Stop all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stop when I fall. The neighbors call the cops. Said they heard mad shots. Saw me in the drop, 3 1/4. Slaughter, electrical tape around the daughter. Old school, new school, need to learn though. I burn, baby, burn like disco inferno. Burn slow like sweet. Peel more skins than Idaho potato. People know the lyrical molesting is taking place. Messing with B.I.G. it ain't safe. I'm making skin shape. Rashes on the bumps and bruises. It's a land cruisers. Smash fools, bash fools. Mad because I know the cash rules. Everything around me, 2 Glock 9s. Any motherfucker whispering about mine. And I'm Brooklyn's finest. You rewind this, bad boys behind this. One. Short like leprechauns as I crush so-called willies, thugs, and rapadons. Get in that quick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Papa, you got to call me Francis M.H. White intake like toast, toe iron. Was told in shootout, stay low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra. Who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady. Frankie, baby. Ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in D.C. at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming something. You should know my stilo. Went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show to orgies with I never seen before. So, Jesus, get off the notorious. Mean us before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal. I make it hot like a kettle get. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal. I got more rides, the great adventure. Biggie.
Oh, well, you're gonna do it. Do it.
Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa.
I get around, still clown with the underground when we come around. Stronger than ever, back to get wrecked. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their hopes in check, as though they sweat a brother majorly. And I don't know why your girl keeps paging me to tell me that she needs me. Cries when she leaves me, and every time she sees me, she squeeze me. Lady, take it easy. Hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. Hey yo, bust it, baby, got a problem saying bye-bye. Just another hazard of a fly guy. Your ass wide don't matter, my pockets got fatter. Now everybody's looking for the ladder. And ain't no need in being greedy. If you wanna see me, try to leave a number, baby, when you need me. And I'll be there in a jiffy. Don't be picky, just be happy with this quickie. But when you learn, you can't time it down, baby doll. Check it out, I get around. What you mean you don't know? Check it go, I get around. The underground just don't stop for hoes. I get around, still down with the underground clown. Around they go, I get around. Yeah, hey yo, shot, let them hoes know.
Now you can tell from my everyday fits, I ain't rich, so cease and desist with them tricks. I'm just another black man caught up in the mix, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Just cause I'm a freak don't mean that we can hit the sheets. Maybe I can see that you don't recognize me. I'm Shock G, the one who put the satin on your panties. Never knew a hooker that could share me. I get
What's up, love? How you doing?
Right.
Well, I've been hanging, singing, trying to do my thing. Oh, you heard that I was banging? Your homegirl you went to school with, that's cool. But did she tell you about her sister and your cousin? Thought I wasn't. See, weekends was made for Michelob, but it's a Monday, my day. So just let me hit it, yo. And don't mistake my statement for a clown. We can keep it on the down low, long as you know that I get around.
Round and round, too hot in town, don't stop for hoes. I get around. Round and round they go. Why ain't call you, please?
But they don't hear me though. But they don't hear me though. But they don't. I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my cause I'm the corpse. I'm a nasty. When you pass me, look me in my eye. Tell me to my face that you ready to die. You be a dead red. Don't get stupid, you heard what I said. Who shot you? Oh, like you don't know. Sticking you for your dough while I'm yo broke. Yo, won't you get the picture? Can't touch me. Cause I don't give a G, I get you touch me. I got joints that with one slug will take apart a door. And enough crazy behind me to start a war. So what you want? Help is you's about to rest. When I'm fed, Red Cross couldn't clean up the mess. And the vest won't do nothing but make you look a little thicker. Cause in the dark you ain't nothing but a load. And if you've been thinking about that, you did. You would've bought the joint with you, kid. Now I'ma have to get you, kid, and split your wig with the machete. I bring beef and string them out like spaghetti. You ain't ready, nor can you stand how I'm bringing it. How I'm giving it is how I'm living it, so I'm swinging it. Red dot on your head, cause you's in mid-range. Red dot on your chest opens up your rib cage.
I just love when it bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when it bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when it bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when it bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through.
Now if your heart was as big as your mouth, you'd be real. But it's not, so I know if you get knocked, you swill. Like a cause you is a and always been a. And you know how to do it, we run up in it. But something in it. Do you know me? Do you owe me? Figured you could blow me? Well, I'ma let this trigger do you, homie. You got to be smoking something, thinking you joking something. And around with me, you'll be a broken something. I'm out for blood with the Crips at war. How much could you talk with your lips on the floor? Make me itch, so I scratch you. So I snatch up your face, fake ass. So I scratch you. Yeah, there was a time when I would've jumped up and choked this nigga. And now I'm on some like, yo, smoke this. I'm about to find out how much gut you got before I spill them. Somebody come and get this before I kill him. Rush out the asylum, I'm wildin', yeah. Know the phone number for help, you best to dial it. 911, emergency, the urgency. We'll have witnesses seeing what the surgeoncy. How far you gon' get with your dome split, fool? And get your man slipping cause he think his shit cool. But it ain't, so I paint the walls with his blood. Another in the mud.
I just love when it bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when it bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake
What's crackin', Dre? Tell me, talk to Ren.
I'm right here, homie. Release the hand.
Oh, wow. What? I'm with an attitude, thanks to y'all. And I don't give a fuck, I keep it gangster, y'all. I'ma ride for my side in a CPT. God bless the memory of Easy-E. If it wasn't for me, tell me where you be. Rapping like a treacherous 3, you little cowards. I done seen Dre rocking parties for hours. And I done seen Ren hitting chickens from Howard. And I done seen Snoop give away a Eddie Bowers. So Jerry Heller and them white superpowers.
This that heat they be killing for. They hit a villain, I be spitting with them Compton flows. Forget the and you fake groupie fools too. Got something for your throat. These fools wearing skirts like the Pope. Who that group that y'all siding with? Who them fools that y'all riding with? Never yell that we did. The saga continues with the world's most dangerous group. 4 deep in the coop. It's the villain.
Where I wanna smoke. I'ma joke who I wanna joke. I'ma ride where I wanna ride. Cause I'm a for life, so I'm a till I decide. I'ma smoke where I wanna smoke. I'ma joke who I wanna joke. I'ma ride where I wanna ride. Cause I'm a for life, so I'm a till I decide.
Then I got a little bit older and I realized she was the crazy one. But there was nothing I could do or say to try to change it, cause that's just the way she was. They said I can't rap about being broke no more. They say I can't rap about no more. You think I won't choke no till the vocal cords don't work in the throat no more? These are thinking I'm playing, thinking I'm saying this cause I'm thinking it just to be saying it. Put your hands down, bitch, I ain't gonna shoot you. I'ma pull you to this and put it through you. Shut up, you're causing too much chaos. Just bend over and take it like a okay, ma? Oh, now he's his own mother abusing a whore. When we gave him the Rolling Stone cover? You goddamn right, bitch, and I was too late. I'm triple platinum and tragedies happen in 2 states. I invented violence, you vile venomous, vile little bitches, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Takes his chainsaw, left his brains all dangling from his neck while his head barely hangs on. Blood, cuts, lies, wives, none. I'm a you don't wanna with me. Girls need, you ain't nothing but a to me. Bitch, I'm a you ain't got the balls to beef. We ain't gonna never stop beef, and I don't squash the beef. You better me. I'ma be another rapper dead for popping off at the mouth with shit I shouldn't have said. But when they me, I'm bringing the world with me. Bitches too. You ain't nothing but a girl to me. I said, you don't wanna with Shady. Why? Cause Shady will you. I said, you don't wanna with Shady. Why? Cause Shady will you. Bitch, I'ma you like. I'ma conceal you in a closet with mildew sheets, pillows, and film you with me. I've been through hell, shut the hell up. I'm trying to develop these pictures of the devil to sell them. I ain't asked to rap, but I rap on acid. Got a new blow ball and just had a strap on at it. Whoops, is that a subliminal hint? No. Just criminal intent. Women again, Eminem offend? No. Eminem will insult. And if you ever give it to him, you give him an impulse to do it again. Then, if he does it again, you'll probably end up jumping out of something up in the tent. Bitch, I ain't done this, ain't the chorus. I ain't even you in the woods yet to paint the forest. Stain is orange after you wash it 3 or 4 times in the tub, but that's normal, ain't it, Norman? Cereal hiding material in a cereal box on top of your stereo. Here we go again. We're out of our medicine, out of our minds, and we wanting yours. Let us in, or I'ma you. You don't wanna with me. Girls need you ain't nothing but a to me. Bitch, I'ma you. You ain't got the balls to beef. We ain't gonna never stop beef, and I don't squash the beef. You better me. I'ma be another rapper dead for popping off at the mouth with shit I shouldn't have said. But when it me, I'm bringing the world with me. Bitches too. You ain't nothing but a girl to me. I said you don't. Say yeah, yeah. With Shady. Say yeah, yeah. Shady. Say yeah, yeah. You say yeah, yeah. You don't. Say yeah, yeah. With Shady. Say yeah, yeah. Shady. Say yeah, yeah. You say yeah, yeah.
Move over, bacon, there's something media. A natural born lover with love to give free to your media. So all your bacon lovers move over. Cause I'm so smooth, they should call me Black and Nova. I'm not trying to say that I'm #1, I'm just a smooth operator that gets the job done. So let me lick you from head to toe real slow. Cause ever since I was young, I could keep girls strung just by the movement of my tongue. I remember it all starting way back in kindergarten. Some played with Legos, some played with Play-Doh, but I was feeling girls like a ripe tomato. And now it's 1990 and you can find me in a dunk, locking up girls like a bunk. Yes, I got a harem, but I don't share them. I collect them like per diem and you gotta see them. Because the ladies is all I dream of, and not even Anita Baker can give sweeter love. You know why?
Cause I can do it right. 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 Yes, I can.
Step up, girls, and get something to
treasure, and welcome to the smooth operator's palace of pleasure. And if you're wondering if I want it, I got a Craftmatic with your name written on it. I reminisce saying I take them 8 to 80, but I was just kidding. No, you have to be a lady, even if you're too young with the hypest body. I just don't go to a Similac party. For all those of age, we can get intimate, bumper to bumper, so you can get your fender bent. I treat girls just like pastry. Tasty. Very kinky when it comes to hanky-panky, a well-known player, but not for the Yankees. I won't say I'm the baddest or portray that role, but I'm of the top 2 and my father's getting old. I'm taking love to a brand new height, and if loving girls is wrong, I don't wanna be right. Cause my man Babyface said that it's no crime, and of course I work dying or Ross over time. You know why?
Cause I can do it right. Cause I can do it right. Cause I can do it right.
Ain't get to see my sisters, ain't get to hug my mama. Couldn't even give her no kisses. Can't even post on my Instagram, could he play a hater be snitching? Everybody acting suspicious, might probably say that I'm tripping. When I'm all alone in my jail cell, I tend to get in my feelings. And all I smoke is that loud, don't pass me no midget. And I'ma smoke all of my pain away, cause that's the only thing that gon' heal it. I don't understand you women who go around pretending as if they really mess with me. So I love them all from a distance, cause the same chick say she down to ride, be the main one who tricking. Ain't trying to catch no felony, but every time I wake up in the morning, I got mischief on my mind. Jumping over fences, trying to dodge police and 9. And all these player haters jogging, trying to knock me off my grind. But I can't let them do it, I got mischief on my mind. 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 Yellow tape around his body, it's a freaking homicide. His face is on a t-shirt and his family's traumatized. I didn't even mean to hurt him, he just caught me by surprise. I reloaded my to cock it back and stacked him twice. His body dropped down to the floor and I got mischief on my mind. Jumping over fences, dodging police, slanging 9. And all these player haters jogging, trying to knock me off my grind. But I can't let them do it, I got mischief on my mind. 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 I got mischief on my mind.
So we facing this situation while I'm drunk, I'm staring heavily sedating. Wanna make it through the pearly gates, but will it burn off in that lake now? When you feel the earthquake shaking the dead awake, how many waited too late? It's over now. It's had a lack of faith, so life ain't straight if you incapable. Having a little trouble and able to feel your soul, better plead the blood of Jesus. Watch out, the majesty controlling. Don't let it go. No, hold on, I can't get a witness shot, hallelujah. Amen. I'm feeling the Holy Ghost make you move smooth, yeah. Smooth, I'm able to free your mind with the rhythm I got this time. When the road drop times, let's roll your fine. There's no other like my kind. Murder one, murder them all. Murder one.
come to paradise? Matter of fact, you wanna come to Pluto? She told me she was an angel. She 2 rappers and 3 singers. She got a few athletes on speed dial. I'm trying to get the case dismissed before I see trial. And these codeine hells ain't got nothing to do with my little child. No, this codeine ain't got nothing to do with my little child. I used to sell dope at my grandma's house as a rude child. All these cameras off with my mood wild. And these chain clanking back and forth, they too loud. Ain't no damn well this wasn't promised. I know damn well this must be karma. Let fear repair my jealous at the condo. Technically, I never packed up and leave. Left 80 racks in the dresser you can keep. And I got this bad thing at disposal. I cooked it up and then I went global. My baby mama pushed a Range Rover. Had to make sure I got it fully loaded. Can't be the one and then you get exposed. If you the one, then God will let me know. But at the same time, I like to vibe with one. I'm paranoid, I gotta ride with one. And I had to explain to her last night. Had to send this one freak on the last flight. Had to send this one freak on the last flight. Won't get a response from me, ain't no confessions. Before I tell a lie, I won't tell you nothing. Anytime I got you, girl, you my possession. Even if I hit you once, you part of my collection. Even if I hit you once, you part of my collection. Even if I hit you once, you part of my collection.
All through your body. Feel me? And God said he should his one begotten son to lead the wild into the ways of the man. Follow me. Eat my flesh of my flesh. Come with me. Hail Mary, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Ride or die. La 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 la. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting. Picture paragraphs unloaded, wise words being quoted. Beat the weakness in the rap game and sold it. Bow down, pray to God, hoping that he's listening. See it coming for me, my diamonds when they glisten. Now pay attention, best in peace, Father. I'm a ghost, skin in the fields, Hail Mary. If I go, side to solitary mind, never man, squeeze in the dark. Evil lurks, enemies, see me bleed. Activate my hate, let it break, till the flame. Section, empty out my clip, never stop the age.
As I look up at the sky, my mind starts tripping, a tear drops my eye. My body temperature falls, I'm shaking and they breaking, trying to save the dough. Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming, I stop breathing, damn I see demons. Dear God, I wonder can you save me? I can't die, my
or feel free to call in at our number 513-788-3910. So just jumping right into the first question, without pulling out a dictionary, do you know the definition of sympathy or empathy?
Sympathy is it's like a natural feeling. Let's say.
So you think all people feel sympathy?
I feel that all people, yes, feel sympathy if you're human.
If you're human.
And empathy is something that is a true feeling, like something that you can really relate to because it already happened.
I don't know. Simi, do you have a definition for empathy?
Yes. I would say empathy is like me actually showing or saying that I can feel your pain, or actually just actually being able to feel what you are going through because I've been through that situation type of thing. Versus sympathy. Now sympathy is just, oh, I'm gonna look at the situation and I feel for you, but I'm not in that situation, so I'm not gonna go extra, like an extra mile, but I feel bad for you, but I can't help type of situation.
So words from the producer, believe it or not, according to the Merriam Dictionary, the word sympathy literally has 8 definitions. And while each definition sounds more spiritual than the last, sympathy is explaining that the only reason you care is because somehow, some way, whatever it is happening, it is also affecting you personally. Whereas for empathy, the definitions are also spiritual, but with empathy, it is explaining to feel what others feel without experience. There are those who claim to be what is called an empath, without creating 2 episodes in one. Being an empath is more of an actual skill than it is an ability. Can you recall a time where someone was trying to force you to like sympathize with them?
I say it was a moment in high school where I had a bully, I should say. I'm not going to say names, but he had a grandmother that passed.
Sorry, go ahead.
A week before his birthday. And I, of course...
You ain't feel bad.
No, I did not, because you're not about to keep bullying me and you think you could just live a perfect life.
Follow up to that, because that's wild. Do you feel like all is fair when somebody is a jerk?
50-50.
So just relating this into current events, because I love pop culture. So you all heard about the passing of DC Young Fly's wife.
Yes.
Rest in peace. And did you hear about the comments from Azealia Banks?
No, but I heard it was kind of shady.
Yeah.
Super shady. So basically, she was saying that his wife dying was karma for DC Young Fly calling her ugly 5 years ago. That he was literally pushing like, oh, you're ugly this, you're ugly that. And he probably was doing the same thing to his wife and why she was getting cosmetic surgery in the first place. And then she passed away. That's terrible. Yeah. Similar energy. But when I put it like that, you're like, oh, she messed up.
Yeah.
But there were some people saying like, that's what he get. It's all fair. Da, 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 da. But I don't know. Some comebacks aren't worth saying.
And then some people were saying like, he was like making her feel some type of way, like insecure about herself. That's why she went to go get this.
Not to say that, and I might be accused of man bashing sometimes, but most men do. They definitely do this. So I'm gonna ask you the same question. I'm sorry. Do you recall a time when somebody forced you to sympathize with them?
Like made me feel like I had to
feel bad. Yeah.
This kind of hard. I don't want to be messy. I can't even say who it is.
Go ahead, because I wanted him to say his bully name, but he got a dead grandma, so I don't know. His friends go narrow it down.
It's like it's a family member now. Like I don't know how to explain this, but like you want me to feel like how can I say You want me to feel like I'm supposed to care, but you don't care about my situation type of thing. And then you look at them like, it's kind of like, I don't know if y'all ever heard this situation where it was like this one person was saying, you just give. I mean, or no, take. But when it's time to give, you really give zero about the situation. But then when this whole thing comes to you, you want somebody to feel for you, but you couldn't feel for me. Like, yeah, I definitely had those type of situations. I have them a lot. But sometimes you just have to, I feel like you have to be, you have to have taken psychology to know how to weed off people or just read up on some type of psycho. I don't know how to explain it, but you got to be able to.
I feel where you're coming from. You have to. Yeah. Okay, I have this bar in one of my songs. I say, they say takers see us givers, and I must seem welcoming. People that need and people that ask a lot, they do it good. They do it well. People that are strong, people that hold the world on their shoulders, we don't know how to ask. You know, we're exploding, we're melting down, and then that's when we get the help because we don't know how to just ask frivolously when we don't really know how. So then when we get to asking, people have never seen us need help before and they don't know how to. And that's sad. Both of y'all got a little messy. I would just go talk about the homeless people at the end of the bypass. They be looking all in your car like, oh, like, sir, you are not entitled to my car wash money. This is just because it's right here in the door. I don't have to give you my change. I might have to park at a meter, like, or even worse than that, the people that hold the door for you at the gas station, and then they be like, can I get your change? Nobody told you to hold the door. You know what? I could use my elbow. I ain't need. No, you're not entitled.
Especially people at the restaurants.
I hate when they get to washing windows without asking.
Oh yeah.
Like. You said how about what?
When you get a free pizza from somewhere, I ain't gonna name the place. And then all of a sudden you get a bill back. Like, I didn't pay for an extra pizza.
Instagram good for this. They send you some free stuff. The next thing you know, they just charge your account for $182. Nobody told you to do that. Entitled. We going there. Y'all don't be ordering no booty cream from Instagram because they go get you. They just go get you. The gag is it works. But they go get you.
Or you give somebody a tip and they expect more. Give it to them through the phone, and then they come up to the door. Oh, did you leave me a tip? I already gave you a tip. It was only $10.
Oh, I'll snatch it right back.
You better be happy I gave you
$5. I don't care what I bought. $5. We is not. He said 3%. You too petty. Alrighty, so every so many years in the United States, we hold elections for our next candidate in the political office. What's significant about what I'm bringing up is that the fact of how many of the masses convince us to choose each candidate. They put you in an emotional state. They try to make you feel affected by what would happen if either of you vote for the wrong person or if you don't vote at all. And as if one singular vote meant that somehow your life is ruined because you made the wrong choice. The same can also be said about what goes on in the Supreme Court about LGBT rights or immigration rights. That is a tiptoey subject right there because I'm about to go there, y'all. I do believe that immigration should be better regulated. Do we need to throw up walls that don't really work? No. But is that creating jobs? Yes. But I do feel like, people need to get kept track of. And only because I've experienced this personally. I've gone to states in the United States where no one in that town knew English. And I'm just walking around, I call a business. Yeah. Nobody know English. It's really like that. Like, what? I'm the only black person in this state. Like, it's crazy, y'all. The world is really crazy when you're outside of your neighborhood and where you grew up at. Like, and then it's like, dang, the police come and the whole staff run away. Like, that can't be convenient for the customer. Like, please, like, take the necessary steps so that your family isn't on the run all the time, you know? Like, they allow people in. It's not like they're just like, oh, you can't come and you can't come and you can't come. I feel like that is unbiased. But I do feel like we do need a vote to make sure that those people have a safe entryway into the United States and that it's not so, you know, strict. Like, oh, so what? You stole a piece of candy when you was 5 years old from a store and now you got a record in Guatemala and now they don't want to let y'all come over. Like, that's not cool. You feel me? Like, if we're allowing Americans to grow and change and we're supposed to be the land of the free where you could be nothing, you can be dirt and become the president, you know, as long as you have the drive, the motivation, and the support, then we should allow people from other states and countries do the same thing. And the problem with that also is that it is kind of biased about how many people from each country that they want to let in, because all that stuff is, you know, counted in.
Yeah. But you just got to remember we're in a world where people will find anything to pick at.
Did you vote?
Oh, no, I didn't vote.
Simi, did you vote?
Nope, I ain't voted since Barack Obama.
Amen.
This is black people stuff. I mess with y'all, and I'm happy. I'm actually happy the last time you voted was for Barack and not for fake A-word Kamala. I can't stand Kamala. But go ahead. Why? You've never voted ever?
No. Or no, I voted. I can't remember who it was.
Well, hopefully it wasn't somebody from one of them blue pieces of paper that they hand out on the outside of the building.
Yeah.
Because they can just put anybody on a blue piece of paper and be like, vote for all these people. Vote for all these people. You don't do your research. Did you meet your representatives? Well, just vote for all these people. Like, bro, no. Literally, just because people are literally following the masses.
I think I got it. What about this one? What about, you know how, you know, I don't know if y'all know, but 1 in 5 African Americans have Native American descent, right? And they say that in order for you to claim your tribal status, you have to be a certain percentage. Do y'all agree or do y'all disagree? Because I would say I disagree only because what I know about my genetics and how things were passed down, I would disagree, but what do y'all feel?
I disagree. Only because I have a mixed family. My mom is albino, but she's technically black. My daughter's mixed, but she's white mixed with black. There isn't really a certain percentage that can say, oh, I'm technically white, oh, I'm technically black. I don't think it should matter. Skin color is a skin color. Now, for your background, like, you know, as us three, we're African Americans, and it's obvious that we're African Americans. I feel like it should only matter, for that type, just what you look like, if that makes sense.
So I say this on the show all the time about how black isn't exclusive, and black not being exclusive bites us on the butt all the time, from reparations to land. And I actually have an uncle that he's going to be a guest on the show pretty soon. He's pretty high in his government status, so we're going to have to put a bag over his head. But he will come. But yeah, and he actually tracked us all the way back to Wichita or whatever, and on the native land, and he spent time there, and it's actually pretty hard, you know, with using your social security card and your social security number to get your money. And it's crazy because another thing about black not being exclusive is that it's inclusive. He just said we're all African Americans. We're 3 African Americans, and I'm not an African American. You feel me? So it's like because my skin looks like y'all, I'm your brother, I'm your sister, and I love that about being black. You feel me? Because it's like, shoot, you can be dark enough, and I'm gonna protect you. You feel me? that's kind of racist. Now I'm saying it out loud. Not like I'm not feminist enough to protect the next woman, and not anything against white males, but I would jump faster for y'all. You feel me? And it's beautiful that is what it is. But I do believe that with tracking our roots down and getting what we deserve, that's not going to happen if we keep being inclusive the way that we are. If every time we reproduce, we lessen our bloodline, that's not gonna, I'm not here to throw my fist up or anything, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I definitely know.
But if you don't mind, and you don't even want the money, then I guess it doesn't matter.
No, I don't. Just again, we're in a world where, not trying to bring politics up, but it's just, when a white child is born, they already have a credit score of 500, 600. Yeah, 700. Right. They're already, it's white privilege. They're already at the top before, a black child is born. We got all these rappers.
I don't know. I just don't see my blackness that way. I don't know. I walk into the room. I don't know. I think it's a confidence thing, and I feel what Lil Wayne said. He said, once you get money, that's all that matters. You feel me? Color doesn't matter. Race doesn't matter. Only money matters. Mm-hmm. And only the poor feels like it's all race motivated. You feel me? So, so as long as we're stepping on ourselves and you see your worth and nobody else has to tell you, then you won.
Preach.
You were born with 720, regardless of if your mom put your name on the Duke bill. You got it. You got it. Snaps on that one. For real. And once again, if you guys have an opinion about today's show, please call in at 513-788-3910. Alrighty. So we talked about empathy. We talked about sympathy. Do you know when it is a good time to empathize?
When it's something that technically gives you a flashback.
Okay.
When you, again, like I said before, like truly, truly, truly feel sad about it.
Here we go. I'm bad with flashbacks and doing good things. I'm sorry you said flashback. Let me see some kids in the store, and it's like,
comment, you guys.
What's up?
It says, sympathy is watching the interview of someone after a tornado and feel bad for them. Empathy is being there when it happens. That was a comment from Alex Clifton.
I feel that.
That just made me almost want to cry.
Right, though. It sounds like something he went through. But when I'm talking about empathy in everyday life, I'm real bad at flashback moments when I see two siblings in a store and one of them is holding $2 and the little sibling is trying to get things that cost more than $2. And you're like, dang, I'm about to pay for all their stuff. Go get some more snacks, y'all, and meet me at the register. That's big empathy. Like, I just feel it too hard. Like, dang, I'm that little sibling that can't count. And my brother in the store with his $2 trying to make sure we both get something, and I don't know how to count. Like, dang, ruining his day. Do you have an example of empathy for us?
Yes. How can I say this? When you're taking care of a loved one, it don't matter who it is. You go above and beyond because you feel them, and how can I say, a part of them, especially if it's like your parents or grandparents or great-grandparents, it don't matter. If as long as they are attached to you, you're gonna feel some type of way. And like the guy said, a storm may happen, anything can happen, and they call you like, hey, I'm in such and such, and this has happened to me. What do you think I should do, or what can I do, in this situation? And it'll make you feel like you're empathizing with them because you're trying to help them figure out the situation. You do everything you can to make their life better from that point.
Simi, do you consider yourself an empath?
I would say, yeah.
I'm a Virgo and I call myself an empath a lot, but I just feel like people always walk up to me and tell me their life story, and then we end up crying and hugging and all this other stuff. Like, how you know I was a safe place? I'm a safe place. You know, like that's how I describe being an empath. Just people just feeling like they're comfortable enough to pour out to me, you know?
Right.
And it seems like that happens a lot with you too.
Yeah, definitely does.
A good time to empathize is all the time. And yes, it's an opinion, but at the end of the day, respect starts with you. Not your neighbors, not your enemies, not even your own lover. It starts with yourself. And if you don't care for yourself, then you can't care for others. You don't have to know what they're going through to care for their well-being, and just have an understanding of what they're going through, no matter how harsh or mental. Are there any characters, real or fake, that have committed a crime of any sort, but you turn a blind eye for them? Example? The Griff from Berserk, Donald Trump, Killmonger, Thanos, Chris Brown, and a family member. You're funny for him. You funny for him.
So we already just, confirmed.
Okay, no, I'm not turning a blind eye, but I am a big believer of if she forgave, I forgave. You know, I'm not going to be madder than the person it actually happened to. Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to be madder than the person it actually happened to. You said it's good, sis? All right, brother.
I feel that Killmonger one.
Yeah, but at the same time, Wakanda might be the bad guy. They need a press secretary. They shouldn't be dealing with all this stuff on head on. And like they bad with people. All they problems, they just need a press secretary.
They don't have any problems with Wakanda.
No, we talking about Killmonger.
Killmonger has a problem with the fact that his uncle killed his dad.
Now, if they would have just captured him the first day, put him in immersive therapy, showed him a good month or two, put him through training, he would have been fine. The press secretary would have been on that.
I'm a Marvel and DC nerd. Both sides, y'all are somewhat correct, but again, you got to look at it through his eyes. Again, 1, he's black. 2, he was in the ghetto. 3, he understood and seen what was going on in I guess the Marvel world. And at that time, it was still racist-ish. He's seen that in order to be something more, in order to take care of his family, to take care of his, neighborhood, he had to step up and have to do some illegal things because in the end, that's what he was raised on.
I don't believe revenge is different from justice. Because it ain't like you can't get arrested and then they kill you.
Well,
there is a death penalty. They killing people too. So like,
T'Chaka
justice turns a blind eye to the cause and effect. They just see somebody committed an action and a just due consequence has to happen. Whereas revenge, you are literally doing something because you ain't like what somebody else did.
You sought justice.
And you're
for yourself. You're just using a different word for it. You're describing the same thing.
So when somebody punches you,
but revenge is just a bad thing. That's immediate justice. Me punching them back. But immediate justice.
To be fair to...
So then basically, Batman is a crime person.
No, Batman literally said he declares revenge on this whole city.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, T'Chaka left him there. He abandoned him. He had nowhere else to go, of course, except for the place. They didn't really say specifically what happened after his father's death, other than he went to the military. But he was left there all alone, no family, a dead father on the ground. But the one person he seen was someone he was supposed to look up to, which was the king of Wakanda, T'Chaka.
So, do you think it was fair to be mad at the whole kingdom when bro was already dead?
Yes, I felt that he had the right to be upset because they abandoned him. And
but it's not like they knew he went over there and killed him.
They didn't, but later down the line...
After that, he should have been cool and put his little outfit on.
No, because later down in the movie, T'Chaka actually told one of the military ladies, I can't remember what their name was, but...
The bald one?
Yes.
I know who you're talking about.
He revealed that he went there for a secret mission, took out his brother because he felt his life was threatened.
And that wasn't even true.
And he took him out. And again, that's where we see Killmonger there alone, depressed, trying to figure out some type of revenge, because he also wanted to know his heritage. Because his father always embraced their heritage. How the sun, sunset is so beautiful, it makes you want to jump off a cliff.
Simi, do you feel like we turned a blind eye to Chris Brown?
Oh,
You talking about the world?
Yeah, about what happened like years ago.
That was wrong.
I felt like she had to do something to make him react.
I don't want to slander her, and I feel like there's no reason why somebody should get beat up that bad in a relationship ever. Right. You feel me? So I'm not finna victim blame.
But if you hit a man, everybody knows that a woman should not hit a man in the relationship. Hit a woman, I don't care what the situation is. Everybody has to keep their hands to themselves unless it's a running situation. We all know what that is with the girl. But
somebody got a DV.
Well, somebody has a knife.
Somebody definitely got a DV.
Somebody got some or something had to happen.
No, you.
Before because there wouldn't have been no hitting if everybody was in love and happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she either said something or did something, and he did the what bit, and when it might have went left, and it was just a natural probably reaction of his manhood, his ego. Felt like she probably crossed the line, Carolina, as we say, and yeah.
And have you seen Avengers Endgame?
Who?
Avengers Endgame with Thanos, big duty, pink. He got the chin situation.
Cat scratch chin.
I would have to see what you're saying. I'm hearing you, but the word I didn't catch the word.
So Thanos, he has the glove with all the things on it, and he was snapping people away.
Is that Marvel?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Where all of our favorite people got snapped away. So basically, is what I'm gonna ask is, because we saw the beginning of that when Green Girl, what's her name? Gamora. When Gamora was young and how he adopted her and he didn't really seem like the most evilest person, but in that case, I felt like the loser was writing the story. Usually the winner of the war writes the story. Well, Thanos lost, so whatever, but usually the winner of the war writes that story. So how could we know if he was the villain or not if we're seeing his story panned out by the loser? Or the one that's, because she's going planet to planet doing a deed. He's trying to beat world hunger. What?
He's just killing half of the planet's population every time.
Every time he's beating world hunger with a snap.
World hunger, that actually can cause like a fluctuation. Like basically resources will die out because nobody can handle the farmland.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough people to handle farmland if we're all focused on farmland. Don't let these people tell you that we don't have enough people to run the farmland. You should be on the farm right now.
You have to send them there.
If there's less people driving around, there's more trees growing and more stuff for y'all to get to chopping.
I understand, but you have to send them there. If they don't know where the farmland is, now that farmland is dying. And he's not killing people.
We go there, and I feel like he's not killing the people at the farm.
He's killing them. He's erasing them.
Yeah, he's randomly killing
It's probably random, like every 3 people or something like that. But it's really...
He erased half the universe.
He doesn't care if you're smart, if you're weak, strong.
Yeah, wouldn't you want it to be random, or do you want a list of all the people that he thinks is ugly? And then he makes a superior race of people he thinks is sexually attractive with balls on their face as well. That's what makes it good. You know, well, of course you don't want to be the person that snapped away. And we feel bad for the person that snapped away. But at the end of the day, he was doing something that was like needed for most worlds. Most worlds are overpopulation.
Half the city goes out, right? Half the metropolitan city goes out. Let's say you take out the CEO and nobody knows how to be a CEO.
Can you Google what percentage of the population died to COVID?
About 1/3.
And there's still nowhere to live.
Were you?
1/3. And there's also a lot of houses that are available. But there are people that still own the houses that didn't die of COVID. There's still celebrities that are still alive that had COVID or got the vaccination and all that, and they still get to keep their house. It wasn't really random. It was basically people that had no
COVID
money.
was random.
It was college students and people with no money.
They got COVID?
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the case in my family. At one point in time, there were 16 of us all in the hospital at one time. A lot of us passed away, and it was whole churches of people that were refusing to stop going to church. and we're catching COVID by just laying hands on each other, thinking that's how things work. And you know, I don't know. COVID is still real. It's very serious, and we lost a whole lot of people. Rest in peace.
Well, you gotta remember.
I think that's similar to COVID. I mean, Thanos. No.
Thanos, he was born. It was nothing. He was born the way he was. It wasn't, no, he seen a lizard die and he was just, you know what? I'm going to go on a mission. A 20-year-old.
So if he was born the way he was and he changed worlds, is that not similar to being like a Messiah or a Moses of his people?
He made a cult by ruining planets.
Yeah. He destroyed them.
I don't know. I'm just saying that the perspective, you know.
I mean, that's why he had a cult.
It's not a cult.
It was a cult.
Technically.
So if people believe in you too much, they're a cult.
They were believing that if they follow Thanos' path, that they will go into salvation.
No, but imagine this. This man goes to world after world and snaps his fingers and you don't disappear. Well, that's a calling.
Technically, he didn't go to world.
They're not worshiping him like a god. They weren't.
They did.
Well, they kind of were.
No,
they were.
But wouldn't you consider that?
They were ready
that is blessings. You feel me? Like if they're getting every half of every planet, the population half of them or whatever. No, I'm saying they're killing them. They're gone.
They weren't even killing them. It was just Thanos.
Yep.
It was literally just Thanos with a gun and his army with a gun. He was gonna kill those people too. They were actually following him, willing to die for him, because they thought that his plan was genius.
Yes.
It was not. I mean, okay, that's the whole
perspective.
That's the whole point why I put him in there.
And who knows where those pixels went?
They died. The people he snapped away
died.
Where'd they go?
People that snapped away went to a planet. But the people that he killed, they're dead.
Okay.
They're not coming back.
Don't fight. You could have went to a planet.
But that's you had to wait till you got the Infinity Gauntlet for that. If you didn't get,
so the Avengers basically killed all those people by not letting him get the goblet.
No, he killed them. They're not coming back at all.
You're saying that they would be going to another. The Pixels would be going to another planet if he got he got the goblet.
Yeah.
So if I don't get the goblet, then you're killing all these people.
But he's been alive for hundreds of years. Mm-hmm. He's been killing people, just killing people for no reason.
People that stop him with his plan.
No.
But I'm just saying, wars are told by the winners. No, you feel me? So you get to victimize whoever you want and try to make their plan seem like it's not the best because, all our people died. Well, how do you think we got this land in the first place? Somebody had to be the bad guy.
But he didn't colonize any planet. He literally just walked in.
And wanted the best for them.
He just nuked them.
Well, you got to remember, Thanos has
y'all real biased, and I feel it. I'm trying to be unbiased, but okay, we gonna move on. You can't see it. Whatever. I'll stay at my mountaintop.
Thanos had some beyond technology. That's why he was always at the top. He had a sword some type of sword, that destroyed Captain America's shield, which was made out of vibranium. Easily, as if his shield was crumbling paper. All he had to do was just keep smashing it.
God-like items.
Mm-hmm. Man.
That's why everybody thought he was a god, because he had god-like items. He could have carried Thor's hammer if he could lift it.
He was scary to the point where Odin was scared. Because he knew he was going to succeed.
Right.
And is Donald Trump on here because of his private conversations with his friends, which I'm also not mad about? You should hear what we call you boys in my private conversations.
Not surprised.
And then he also has a lot of money laundering issues.
A lot.
Like several times he actually went to court for money laundering. So
isn't he indicted currently?
Yeah, he's got indicted again for that conversations.
That was literally the only reason why he became president. Was so he can get money to promote his business and to prevent him from getting in trouble to go to jail. That's all the reason he wanted to become president.
Now he can't rerun because of the issues that happened in the White House.
Yep. I mean, he was obviously racist. You can't get rid of a bed.
Are we really worried about the fact that he's racist?
No, it's just to me, it was the historical thing. He went
now
into
you're talking about it. It's so much stuff that we're looking over. Like, I don't care that he's sexist. I don't care what he says with his friends. I don't care that he stole that money. I don't care that he was racist. I don't see. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Now he's on the list. I understand. I understand. Thanks for the stimmy, bro.
He just went in there, took out the world's oldest bed out, and said,
Oh yeah, he took out Lincoln's bed.
yeah, and said
Who would
because
want to sleep on it?
what everybody that was Lincoln's bed. That was
Obama
his.
slept on that. Bush slept on that.
And
he took it out because he said a black person slept on it.
Yep. Obama and Michelle Obama slept on it, so I'm getting rid of it.
Yep.
I didn't know he did
To
all that.
China. Getting rid of to China.
Mm-mm. But what makes Sympathy so significant is the fact that there is a sense of loyalty to who you care for. You know what that person did, something wrong, but you ignore it due to whatever deep connection you have with that said character, whether it is or is not a connection that's mutual. And that leads us to the last question. Are there any characters, real or fake, that have committed a crime that you sort of feel bad for while they do deserve the punishment? Example, R. Kelly, Magneto, Sakurai from My Hero Academia, the ex-president of Papa John's, and Phil Spencer of Xbox. Who is that? Who's Phil Spencer of Xbox? What he do?
Oh, he waved a white flag.
What that mean?
Basically, he said that he's not going to even try to win the next console war. He gave up basically in economical competition.
Wait, and this the Xbox dude?
Yeah.
Well, he probably owns the PlayStation and likes it more. Yeah, huh?
They all own the PlayStation.
Exactly.
But he owns Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has to make sure Xbox makes money.
It's gonna make money.
It's not making money.
But you don't have to be the best to make money. You feel me?
Well,
yeah, it's nice to be the best, but that doesn't mean that just because Goodyear is the best tire that people aren't buying Walmart tires.
So he's actually literally losing money making more Xboxes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the issue. He's losing money. His games suck. This is from an Xbox fan. He's losing money. His games suck, and he's still trying to make more consoles.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should definitely discontinue it and make it like a vintage, special editions, PC build, Lego set type of thing. Because I feel like that's what the Xbox people would like.
They want a console.
They want like
on a console.
buildable things that are like collectible.
They want a console with
I don't know.
games.
Is that what y'all like?
I got every system. I'm PlayStation. Don't get me wrong. Xbox has some key moments. Again, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be ready for me to say this. They have Halo. Halo is a game that everybody has played at least one time in their lifetime. Even if they've seen it or seen somebody else play it, you've seen Halo. That's the only game. That, Gears of War, and what is it? Microsoft. Forza. Flight Simulator. Only those, like, that's the main games that everybody knows from Microsoft. PlayStation, you know, you got, of course, Spider-Man, you got God of War, you got all these exclusive games, and to me, they're great at it. Again, do you understand the hype with Spider-Man 2?
Right, not even the fact that PlayStation has exclusive. They have good exclusives.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they have some really good exclusives to where you sit there and say, you know what? I was going to buy me a brand new TV, but you know what? I'm going to buy that new game.
Since you're already explaining stuff, what is wrong with Sakurai from My Hero Academia? What he do?
She's saying Shigaraki.
Shigaraki. Furakake. Like that, go ahead.
So, I'm going to be completely honest.
You don't know who that is?
I know who it is, but I'm not up there yet. I'm still on.
Producer.
Shigaraki, he has a special power that can cause him to literally destroy anything he touches. Now, they are asking a lot of people to kill him. He's only 22 years old.
And he just gotta touch him?
No, he has to like literally put his whole hand on you.
That one.
Yeah, and then you literally like turn to dust. And he's become so dangerous that like basically he is a high threat to where if you see him, just shoot him. Just try to kill him, period.
I could kind of understand that though.
I understand, but I feel I feel sad because he can't enjoy life because everything.
Does it go through gloves?
Does it?
Does it go through gloves?
Yeah, it goes through anything. He can destroy any type of matter.
So his gloves will turn into dust. Terrible.
And that's sad because that means he literally cannot do anything, and he has to suffer with those powers for the rest of his life. He can't touch a girl.
I'm about to say, as soon as you said that, I'm like, hand stuff? Okay, we're moving on.
Yeah.
So anybody that sees them, if they want to be a hero, they gotta kill them. Like that's basically what happened. They put him on death penalty before they even was like, yeah, we're gonna arrest you.
R. Kelly should also not be on here because who feels bad for him? You feel bad for R. Kelly?
Yes.
Why?
Don't get
those kids were sold to him.
Hold on, no. Don't get me wrong. What he did was wrong. He needs to be in jail. But at the same time, they lied about their age. And sure, later down the line, he found out their age and he still messed with them. But at the same time, the girl still stayed. To me, it's consent.
I don't know if you're talking about just one random instant, but there's literally whole messages of R. Kelly requesting younger girls, like literally left and right. Did you read the book that his wife wrote?
I didn't read the book.
Yeah, they were literally chaining women up to sinks and leaving them there and collecting their urine for a voodoo priestess and peeing on women in sheds and all types of crazy random stuff. And women would go to R. Kelly boot camp and come out K. Michelle. Sorry.
Basically, nobody's saying that R. Kelly doesn't deserve jail time.
He deserves it.
Yeah, we are literally saying that R. Kelly is a troubled man. He is a
very disturbed.
Yeah, very disturbed man.
But who isn't?
He is a very mental man.
And that isn't the first time he went to jail for underage women. That happened to him when he, like, 2 or 3 times when he was still really famous when he was younger. So, like, this is his thing. This is what he liked.
Too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the first time should have been the last time. But
they kept letting him out.
The only thing that I feel bad for R. Kelly is the fact that people keep skipping over the fact that he can't read, he can't write, and he has a 5th grade education.
Yeah.
So if we're talking like that, like, yeah, you too slow for jail. but that's it. But when he got out and then made songs about it, I don't feel bad no more. He said, yes, I did it. I admit it. Like, you're terrible.
Even though I comply, he still deserves jail time.
Yeah.
It's just
and I feel like he's not getting as much punishment as he deserves.
Yeah, he's not learning his lesson.
He's not learning his lesson. That's the issue.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is all the time that we have. I do want to thank our 2 guests, Simi, even though she went poof on us, and the one that we have here in real life. Shout out to you guys for tuning in, and thank you for all the comments, the viewers, the listeners. You guys have a great night. I'll see you next Monday.
See you guys. Wakanda forever.